Hi everyone, welcome back to Saheb Academy. Today in this 8th video of service costing chapter, we are going to solve our 7th problem of hotel industry. Okay, and the question is from ICAI study material illustration 7. So first let's just read the question and understand what has been said over here, and then we'll see how to solve this. Okay, let's begin. Now see here, a lodging home is being run in a small hill station with 100 single rooms. There is just one type of room, single room, but the total number of rooms are how much? 100. Okay. The home offers concessional rates during 6 off-season months in a year when numbers of visitors are limited. During this period, during off-season, half of the full room rent is charged. Okay, let's understand this. They are saying that in a year of 12 months, right, 6 months are off-season. Why they are off season? Because we have less visitors. Why do we have less visitors in off season? If you have little bit common sense, you will understand that normally, whenever summer is going on, whenever we are feeling hot in our place, we visit hill station to chill over there, right? To relax. Yeah. So during summer, it is season for hill station. It is season. They have more customers. They have more visitors. But during winters, just imagine you are in Delhi right now. It's so cold already. Why would you go to hill station? If you want, you will go, of course. But normally I'm saying you wouldn't go to hill station. So that's their off season. Yeah, winter time. So that kind of logic is there. Is that clear? Okay. Just keep this in your mind, right? Then they are saying, see, during this period, half of the full room rent is charged. Yeah, during this time, during off season, half of the full room rent is charged. Whatever rent is charged over here, in the season time, half of that is charged over here. Is that clear? Yes, clear. So because of this, what happens now? You have two categories, season and off season. Yeah, the price is different now. Whenever price is different, what you have to do? I've told you. Yeah, in case of different charges for different categories of service, we have to use the concept of equivalent unit. Okay, we'll do that. Don't worry. Right? We'll bring everything at the same level. We'll make them uniform, equivalent, right? Then they're saying, see, the management profit margin is targeted at 20% of the room rent. Okay, that's fine. Profit is 20% of total takings or 20% of revenue or sales, you can say. Fine. The following are the cost estimates and other details for the year ending on 31st March. Okay, so here cost have been given for the year, they have said. Okay, right. Assume a month to be of 30 days. So when we'll calculate the denominator, the room days, at that time you have to remember that a month means only 30 days. Okay, you will not do the actual calculation, right? You have to make the assumption month is equal to 30 days. Fine. Then they are saying occupancy during this season, during the season is 80%, while in the off season it is 40% only. Yeah, you have to understand. See, we have total 100 number of rooms. So are all of them occupied always? No, it's not like that. It's based upon the occupancy what they have given. 80%, 40% they have said. During the season, 80% of our rooms are occupied, and during off season, 40% of our rooms are occupied. That's what it means. That also we'll consider while calculating the room days. You all know. How do we calculate room days? Number of rooms into what? Operating days into occupancy percentage. Yes, we'll do that. Then they are saying total investment in the home is 200 lakhs, okay, of which 80% relate to buildings and balance for furniture and equipment, okay. So how much we have invested? 200 lakhs, yeah. 80% of that is how much? 200 lakhs into 0.80, 80%, that's equal to 160 lakhs, 1 crore 60 lakhs, right? So this is for the building. Is that clear? The remaining 40 lakhs is for the furniture and equipment. So separately you have the cost of building and cost of furniture. Why do we need this? We need this because to calculate the depreciation, isn't it? Yes. See, normally what happens, if you own the building, then you will charge the depreciation as a cost in the operating cost sheet. But if you have taken the building on rent, then that rent will be the cost which will be appearing in the operating cost sheet. Okay. In the 7th video, where we solved illustration 6, there what happened? We had taken the building on rent. So that became what? Cost in the operating cost sheet. But now here we are not paying any rent. There is no rent cost over here. We have owned the building. Is that clear? We are owning the building, right? Okay. Then see, expenses are given over here. Staff salary 5,50,000, repairs 2,61,000. Now one thing, all these are what? Monthly or yearly cost? These are yearly cost, because they have said now cost estimates for the year ending on 31st March. So all this is yearly data. Fine. Okay, right. Then see, laundry charges, interior, miscellaneous expenses. So we'll just take it one by one, line by line, right? In the operating cost sheet, we'll not do any categorization of cost and nothing. Simply we'll just take line by line as how the ICAI module has done. Fine. Then see, annual depreciation is to be provided for buildings at 5% and on furniture and equipment at 15% on the straight line basis, which means simply on the cost you will calculate. For building, what you will do, 160 lakhs, you know na? Yeah, 160 into what? Into 5%. For furniture, what you will do, 40 lakhs na cost, 40 into 15%. We have got the depreciation. You will take that in the operating cost sheet. Simple. Then see, room attendants are paid rupees 10 per room day on the basis of occupancy of the rooms in a month. I told you now what happens. What happens? Variable costs vary occupancy wise. This is a variable cost, no? Room attendants, their payment. Yeah. So what you have to do now? What you have to do? You have to calculate the room attendants. Yeah. How much they have to be paid? As they have said, it's 10 per room day. 10 per room day they have said. So you will not take equivalent, okay? You will take the actual room days. Remember that there are two things now. There are two room days. One is the normal one, as how we calculate, and then we also do the conversion equivalent. You will not take the equivalent for this cost calculation. Yeah, for the variable cost calculation, what you will do, you will take the actual room days. Is that clear? Okay, we'll see that, don't worry. Then the last point seems little bit tricky for everyone, but it's very simple. Understand the last point, the 6th point. See, monthly lighting charges are 120 per room. Okay, yeah, this is the normal monthly lighting charge. Every month 120 rupees per room. Okay, so this is also will be based on occupancy only. Fine. All right, now see, 120 per room, that's fine, but then they have said except in 4 months in winter when it is 30 per room. So you have to understand, see, total 12 months are there. 6 months is the season, right? So they have set normally monthly lighting charges are 120 per room. So for this entire 6 months, it is 120 per room only, isn't it? Yes, 120 per room only. But in this off season, what is there? This off season is of winter, but they have said only 4 months in winter, not the entire winter. Do you understand? Only 4 months in winter. So you have to break this further now. This 6 months, yeah, 2 months and then 4 months winter. Is that clear? Like this you have to break. Yeah. So monthly lighting charge for the season is 120 per room. Yeah, this is per room, okay, and here also 120 per room. But here they have given an exception, no? So that will be 30 rupees per room. Like this separately you will have to do the calculation, okay, and add it up. You will get the whole lighting charge. I will show you. It's not difficult. It's very simple. Is that clear? Okay. So that's the thing. And regarding the cost of the hotel, I told you already, right? 200 lakhs they said, 160 lakhs and 40 lakhs it becomes of building and furniture. Separately you have to calculate the depreciation and take it in operating cost sheet. And then what is the main requirement of this question? The main requirement of the question is, see here, they are asking, you are required to work out the room rent chargeable per day both during the season and the off season. There are two prices, no? There are two prices. One is for the season, the full room rent, the normal one. And then during the off season, what is the rent? Half, isn't it? Yes. So we will calculate on the basis of foregoing information, right? So let's begin. Okay, let's see the solution now. Now see here we have the solution. Let's start with our first working note, calculation of total equivalent units. Okay, why are we calculating that? Because understand, in this question we had different categories and different prices for them. In the season we are charging full rent, and in the off season we are charging half rent. There is difference. We can't do the calculation whenever there is a difference like that. We will not get the proper cost per unit. So what we have to do, we have to bring these two categories at the same level, right? So how are we going to go about that? It's really simple. See, two categories we have. This season is also of 6 months. This season is also of 6 months. Yeah, off season. In the season we are charging full rent. So let's just say the full rent is X. We don't know how much is it. So let's just say it's X. Then the off season, what would be the rent? The rent will be 50%, no? 0.5x we can say. Yes, simple. Now, we are going to calculate normally the room days. What is the formula for calculating room days? The denominator. It's really simple. You all know number of rooms into operating days into occupancy percentage. All of that is given in the question. In our hotel, we have 100 rooms. Yes. And then the operating days is, entire year only. Isn't it? 30 days every month they have said. So we will calculate 30 days into 6. Yeah, because in season also 6 months, in off season also 6 months. So 30 into 6, 30 into 6. That's what you have to take. And then occupancy 80% during season. During off season, occupancy is 40%. So just calculate 100 rooms into 30 days into 6 months, isn't it? Yes, into 80%, 40%. Do you have any doubts in this? No doubts. See, we have only single rooms. Now, during season time also we'll have 100 rooms only. During off season also we'll have 100 rooms only. Is that clear? Into 30 days, into 6 months, into 80%, into 40%. So we'll get what? See, 14,400. Yeah, seasonal room days. 7,200 off seasonal room days. In total, that's how much? 21,600 mixed room days. It's mixed. We can't do the calculation with this. We can't take it in the denominator. When we'll calculate the cost per room day or the rent per room day, we can't take in denominator over here. We can't. If you do that, then we will mess up everything. So what we have to do? We have to bring both of these guys at the same level, right? So how that will happen? How we will do the conversion into equivalent units? First, you have to choose a default category. And we have chosen a default category of this seasonal room days, you can say, or you can say full room rent days. Okay. All right. So if you're taking full rent room days, then what is happening is you have to multiply this 14,400 into 1. Yeah. You have to apply one weight to that because you are not doing any conversion. This is your default category. This has to remain the same, 14,400. Is it clear? If you are choosing this default category, then see total equivalent seasonal room days. The same name you have to use, equivalent seasonal room days, or you can say equivalent full rent room days, like that also. It's just English. Okay, fine. Then what about this? What you will do to this? Because this you have to convert. This 7,200 you have to convert, right? Now think. See, whatever money you receive in the season, yeah, whatever money you receive by renting out 1 room per day in the season, that money is equal to renting out 2 rooms in the off season, isn't it? So what you have to do, you have to divide 7,200 by 2 because 1 seasonal room day is equal to 2 off seasonal room day. Do you understand this? Yeah. So if you want to make them equal, then what you have to do, you have to divide by 2. You have to divide this by 2. Yeah. Or you can also say 7,200 you can do into 1 by 2 or into 0.5 or into 50%. The same logic. It's just that you have to make this half. This is not half right now. Yeah. This is off season room day, but understand when you calculated this, have you done anywhere into 0.5 into 1 by 2? No, this is like it is full only. So to make it half properly, what you have to do into 0.5. Yeah, then only it will be properly equivalent to the, what do you say, seasonal room day, 3,600. Do you understand this? There is also one shortcut. Okay, let me just tell you the shortcut. See here, what is the shortcut? The shortcut is this. See, there is seasonal and then there is off season. No, yeah, 2 things are there. Yeah, season and off season. So let's just say you want to convert everything into the season. Fine. So how are you going to do it? In the season, the question has told us that there is, what do you say, x and there is 0.5x. Yes. So what you can do is you can equate this. This is your default category. No, this is your default category. Yeah, you are choosing everything to convert in season. So you will just give 1 over here. So how can this be 1? How can this be 1? This can be 1 only if you multiply with 1. 1x into 1, that's 1. Yeah, 1 into 1 is 1, right? So if you have multiplied with 1 over here, then here also you have to multiply with 1. So 0.5 into 1, that is equal to 0.5. So that means 0.5 you have to take over here to do the conversion. This is a shortcut. Okay, do you understand? You can also convert in the off season. See, you can also convert in the off season. If you want to convert in off season, then this off season you will give what? 1. This off season you will give 1 because this is your default category now. If this is your default category, just imagine how 0.5 will become 1. How 0.5 will become 1? Only when you divide it by 0.5, isn't it? See here, 0.5. How 0.5 will become 1? 0.5 you have to take and divide by 0.5, then only it will become 1 now. Then only it will become 1, isn't it? So you have to divide it by 0.5. If you don't want to understand any logic and all, directly the shortcut like this you can do. So here also you will have to divide 0.5. That's the logic. Okay, here you divide and here also you have to divide. So here how much it will be? 1 divided by 0.5, that is equal to 2. Yes, that is equal to 2. So now what you have to do? Now here you will do into 1 and here you will do into 2, like that it is. Do you understand this? But what we have done right now, we have chosen this as our default category. So into 1 and into 0.5, like that. This is one shortcut. Okay, easy, understood. So that is what? So 14,400 and 3,600, that is equal to 18,000. Is it clear? So 18,000 is our what? Total equivalent units. Fine. Now this is uniform. Everything is at the same level. In this 18,000, everything is of what? Equivalent seasonal room days. Is that clear? So first working note is over. Now the second working note. In the second working note, what we have to do, understand, we are not clear about what? Room attendance is very simple. Directly we will do. It's very easy. Monthly lighting charges. Lighting charges we have to calculate separately. Yeah, they have said 120 per room, except in 4 months in winter when it is 30 per room. Yeah, so 3 categorization has happened, 120, 120, 30, like this. So we will calculate really easy. See here, calculation of lighting charges per year, everything per year calculation. Okay, so see, first what you will do, first you will calculate for the season. 6 months now, season is of 6 months. Same way, 100 rooms into 80% into 6 months. You will not take 30 days into 120 lighting charge. This is the lighting charge. Okay, that is equal to 57,600. Now you will think why you have not taken 30 days into 6 months over here, because understand, they have said it is what? Monthly lighting charges. This 120 is there now. This is for a month. So if this is for a month, how can you take days over here? Directly month you have to take. You can't take days. It is not daily lighting charge. It is monthly lighting charge. So month only you have to take. Is that clear? So 100 rooms into 80% into 6 months into 120, that's 57,600, right? And then we know there's 2 months also. In 2 months also it's 120. So that is off season though. Off season 2 months, 100 rooms, occupancy percentage will change 40% into 2 months, yes, into 120. You understand this? That's equal to 9,600. And then you have what? Off season winter. During the electricity is how much? 30 rupees per room. Yes. So let's calculate off season 4 months in winter, 100 rooms into 40% into 4 months into 30. That's equal to 4,800. Is it clear? Simple and straightforward. Yeah. It's not difficult. It's very easy. Just one thing here you have to understand, you will not take days over here. Directly month you have to take, because lighting charges are given monthly. This 120 is monthly. Okay. So that's equal to 72,000. Total lighting charges are 72,000. Directly you can take this in the operating cost sheet. Shall we see the operating cost sheet now? Okay. So let me just show you the operating cost sheet. It's really simple. See, operating cost sheet, we have particulars column and then cost per annum column. Yes. So what do we have? See, we have staff salary, repairs, laundry charges, interior, miscellaneous expenses. Yeah, all this I will just copy and paste it down. Staff salary, repairs, laundry and linen. Yeah, everything the same. I'm not taking anything else, just whatever that is listed over there. Fine. After that, what I'm going to do, after that, see, they have told us about depreciation in the question. Yes, they have told about depreciation. So we'll calculate the depreciation. We know 200 lakhs we have invested. Yes, of that 80% is building, 20% is furniture. 160 lakh and how much? 40 lakhs. So calculate the depreciation on that. 160 into 0.05, 5% they said, that's equal to how much? 8 lakhs. Okay, and then on this thing, on furniture it is 40 lakhs into 15%, 0.15, that is equal to 6 lakhs. Is it clear? So see, depreciation on building, depreciation on furniture. Yeah, what I have done, 200 lakh into 80%, I got 160 lakh into 5%. Here also 200 lakh into 20%, I got 40 lakh into 15%. Clear? Okay, depreciation is clear. After that, see, room attendants, they have said room attendants are paid 10 rupees per room day, which means what we have to do, we have to take the actual room days, not 18,000, we have to take this 21,600. The categorization and all doesn't matter to this, right? Directly you can take it because these are the actual room days. It's based on occupancy, the room attendance charge. Okay, it's same only now, it doesn't vary, 10 only. So directly you can take it, 10 only. So see, 21,600 into 10, 21,600 what? These are the room days. Okay, don't confuse what is this. This are the room days into 10. That's equal to 2,16,000. Is this clear? Simple and straightforward. After this, lighting charges. Lighting charges we have calculated 72,000. Separately we calculated. It was easy. Yeah, season, off season, off season. 2 months, 4 months. Yeah, you know everything. It's simple. So if you just add it all up, that's equal to 29,44,800. This is the best thing about this question. We can get the total cost properly without equation and all. Okay. Yes. If we have the total cost, then understand, we know the profit percentage, but profit percentage is on room rent. Profit margin is targeted at 20% of the room rent. 20% on sales it is, but we don't have sales now. What do we have? We have cost. So does that mean we can't calculate the profit? Of course we can calculate the profit. See, it's really simple. If 20% is the profit, yeah, then 80% is what? 80% is the cost, no? If you say 100% is sales, 20% is profit, then 80% will be cost. So this 29,44,800, it is at what? It is at 80%. This is at 80%. Is that clear? So what you will do? 29,44,800 divide by 80, that is equal to 36,810. This is 1% you have got. Yeah, cost is at 80%, you divided by 80, you got what is 1%. Now you can just multiply with 20 to get the profit. Into 20 if you multiply, you will get the profit. You got 1% now. If you multiply with 20, you will get the profit. The profit is 7,36,200. That is your profit. Okay, is it clear? See, 20% of sales or 25% of cost. You can also do the conversion. So that's equal to 7,36,200. Is this clear? How did I get this? Yeah, this is at 80%. Yes, so I divided 29,44,800 by 80. I got 1%. I multiplied with 20. I got this. Just cross multiplication. Fine. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these two. I'm going to get the total takings, the sales or the total rent. All right. Okay. Do you want to see the calculation? This profit calculation sheets like this. 29,44,800 divided by 80 into 20. I got this. Fine. Okay. Now what we have to do, is our requirement over? No. The question has asked us, see, the room rent chargeable per day both during the season and the off season. It's really simple now. What we are going to do now, we are going to calculate the room rent per day, the full room rent, okay, during the season one, because we have converted everything into the season now. So that's what we will calculate. So see here, room rent per day is equal to total takings per year, 36,81,000 divided by total equivalent seasonal room days. Total equivalent seasonal room days. Is this clear? So see, 36,81,000 divided by 18,000, that is equal to, let's just do that in calculator. 36,81,000 divided by total equivalent room days are 18,000, no? So that is equal to, see, 204.5. This is the room rent per day. What did we do? We took the total rent, the revenue, divided by this 18,000. Yes, then we got this. Then what we have to do, once we get this, we can take this and make it half to get the room rent per day during the off season, because we know in the off season half rent is going to be charged now. So we will do into 0.5, or you can say divide by 2, or into 1 by 2, into 50%. Yeah, whatever way you want to express, you can express. You're going to just understand the logic. Clear? Yeah, you did the conversion over here now, 7200 into 0.5. The same you have to do over here also. Is it clear? The same thing you have to do over here also. Fine? Easy, right? I hope you have understood. It was very simple. It was not difficult. First, we calculate the total equivalent units. We did the lighting charges calculation. We did the operating cost sheet. Really simple. We got the total cost. From the total cost only, we got the profit. Now, if you are imagining how is it 25% of cost, it's really simple. See, 20% on sales, they said 20 divide by 80 if you do, because 80 is the cost, right? So you get 0.25. That's 25% on cost. Do you understand? That's the conversion. But without conversion also you can easily do now. This is at 80% divided by 80, right? You get 1%. Multiply 1% with 20 to get the profit. Multiply 1% with the 100, you will get the total takings. Like that also you can do. Is it clear? Simple and straightforward. So that's it for this video. Yeah. See you in the next video. Bye.